took so long to get past.
Hi YouTube world, what's happening? It's your girl Miss Cajun coming at you. It's been a second since I've come on for another video, and so I did say that I was going to come back on. The last video I did, we were talking about what do you do when your relationships are stagnant. And I got a lot of feedback, good feedback, in regards to that video, as well as some said, well, hey, you set it up, but where are the tips? Where's the help? We need the help. So I decided to go ahead and do a series, actually, because stagnant relationships are caused by so many different things, and sometimes there are things that stem from when the relationship first started that may have never completely got resolved. And sometimes when that happens and we don't really deal with the issue at hand, we just put a band-aid over it, and after a while we know what, unhealed scars do. The wound eventually will open back up and the bleeding will start again, and then you'll find yourself back in that stagnant place and wonder why. Well, we were just doing great, things were just awesome, we were on a roll, we were loving each other, we were being affectionate, we were going out, we were laughing, joking, having all kind of fun. And then all of a sudden something comes and shakes the relationship back up and reopens that wound on top of whatever issue may be occurring at the time. So one of the things that I wanted to go ahead and link to being in stagnant relationships is, well, one of the main things is compatibility. You have to know who you're with. That's very important to know if your interests are common or if they're not. It doesn't mean because you don't have everything in common that a relationship won't work. That's not really what it comes down to when it comes to compatibility. You have to be able to make sure that even where you guys aren't the same, that it doesn't contrast with each other, and that the differences doesn't cause too much conflict within the relationship. So one of the things in regards to compatibility that's important is really basically being able to meet the needs of each other, finding out what each other do need. I mean, you may someone may need affection, and someone else may need financial support. Someone else may be an outdoors person to where they're very adventurous, and another person may need admiration of some sort, to be reminded how beautiful and how strong they are and how much they complement you as a companion. And so with the compatibility, and this is something that it just never, to me, it never stops. Because if you're growing together, that means that there's always a different level of compatibility that you have to meet at each level. And sometimes, depending on where you are with certain situations in your life, you may be the stronger person because something may be your strength in regards to the situation you're dealing with in a relationship, where your partner, they may be the weaker vessel. And that's okay, because sometimes we have to learn how to take down and when to rise up when it's appropriate, when the ability or what makes you compatible and connect, when that need needs to be met, that you're willing to step up to the plate with no hesitation. A lot of times it's like when you go through things and things build up, and like I say, they're not resolved, you end up not wanting to give your best or to give your all to support your mate, because you're sitting there holding on to what happened prior, or you feel that your voice wasn't heard, so you are hesitant in helping, which then makes your relationship stagnant because you're not playing your part. And if the other person needs your assistance and you're not willing to put forth the effort for the relationship, not for the person, but for the upbuild of the relationship, then it starts to kill it, and you'll find yourself stuck because the other person can see, well, I know that they may have some skill set that is needed that I know that they can do. This is one of the reasons that I'm attracted to them in the first place, because of this ability, of this skill, or of this knowledge. And so I know that they're not putting forth the effort because I can see it, I can sense it, and I know them. So then that makes it seem like they don't want to play their part, or they don't want to do their part, or they don't want to be supportive, or that they have an attitude that they're bringing in, and all those different things. And then when you approach it, since it's a sensitive area, because of something that was unresolved, then it creates that tension. Now you're stuck again. So it's, what do you do to get back to where you need to be to move forward? So compatibility is important, very much so. And a lot of times we don't even take heed to that. We're looking so much on the outer appearance or the potential of what they can offer that you don't sit there and make sure that it matches. A relationship is like a puzzle, and you're putting the puzzle together with different pieces from you and from the other party. And so you have to make sure that they match in regards to religion, in regards to discipline, in regards to life goals, in regards to even achievements, finances, even sexual fulfillment. All those things go into, are we compatible? Can we be together or not? And a lot of times, if that's not taken into consideration, you'll end up finding yourself having emotional affairs, physical affairs, or not even interested in your spouse anymore. You'll lose something, it goes lacking. So my thing for you to be is, we're not going to give you all the answers. We want you to figure some things out for yourself, and then come back and say, hey, I tried this and this didn't work. I want to try this, or I need something to try. If we give you everything, then you won't know what to try. So it's up to you to ask yourself, are you and your mate compatible? What things that are a definite that you need to function in a relationship? What things are a definite that would stop you, or that your spouse would do to stop you from moving forward in a relationship? And a lot of times it's not the physical ability to move forward, it's the emotional ability, because if you're not mentally there, you're not there. You can physically walk into a room and not mentally be there. And so you can definitely be in a relationship with someone and have your mind elsewhere. People do it all the time, unfortunately. And if you're not called out on it, then it's just part of how it goes. Oh, well, he's thinking this, or he ain't even tripping, or she ain't even tripping, but we together though. No, you're not. No, you're not, because if you're not compatible, then that becomes unequally yoked. And when things are unequally yoked, they never come together. So you gotta find out where the compatibility lies, where the happy median is, where you can meet each other, and you have to be able to compromise. If you can't compromise, then you're not compatible with that person. But that's just a little something I just wanted to give. Just a little shout out in regards to being compatible.
I don't know what to do. Sometimes I don't depend on you, but I know that greater is He that's in me. So